give me a little less? Just give me less. Yeah, that's good. That's less. Alright, so we'll say phrases like, can you give me less? Can you give me more? So this video is on dynamics and how to more intelligently talk about and go for the levels of dynamics that we want. So this is important for everybody. Although it's mostly drum stuff, this is good for talkbacks and how to give instructions. And when we're developing arrangements of songs on the fly, like repeating bridge, 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 chorus, chorus. This is good for all of that and the space that we want to explore dynamically. So right there, first off, dynamics is not solely volume. We're not talking about just volume. So don't equate those two things, because you say give me less. I didn't change the volume of the beat. Actually, what I did there was I just kind of unlocked the beat and made more space, and it was more flexible. So let's talk about this. We do this all the time. So this past year we did Amazing Grace, and we sang verse 4 like 5 times. So if we're going to sing that verse 5 times, how can we build the dynamics of that? How can we be patient with the dynamics of that? So we may start off, the earth shall soon dissolve like snow. Take it up to level 2. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. We go back and do it again. Level 3. Take it up one more level. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. Oh, now we're ready to go on. Kick in the build. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. So that's the idea of like the different levels going on. What happened there? In these levels right here, there's a distinction between what I think happens at like level 4. If level 4 is all in, that's the groove, it's locked in, the whole band is in. And if level 1 is either not all the way out, you're not all the way out, but you're just more lightly playing, on the toms. If this is level 1 and this is level 4, then what's in between, and how long do we stay in these levels? So I do want to talk about just some phrases that I use in the talk back and that we should use. And one would be, don't lock it in. Or what that would mean is like, stay where we're at, and what that means is be flexible. So this is not a flexible beat. This is not a flexible beat. This is a flexible beat. This is flexible. I can go anywhere I want to from here. I can go to, I can start to build it in on the floor, or I can go down. I can drop out from there. So that is a phrase that we will use and is important for us. What that means from like a worship leader perspective of what they're saying is like, I'm not quite sure if I want to repeat this 2 more times or 3 more times. Allow me the space to repeat as much as I want. AKA just be patient and don't lock in this build that's inescapable until we're ready. So that would have been the 5th time that we were singing the verse of Amazing Grace. We know we want to move forward to the next section from then. And sometimes sometimes when we kick in the build and that's the inescapable part, most of the time we're wanting to move on to a new section. Not all the time. So like on Fill Me Up, we'll do that song, and sometimes I would actually want to kick in the build and then keep singing the same phrase. So, we're fill me up, God, fill me up, God. And then we're ready to move on with the octave jump. Fill me up, God, fill me up, God, fill me up, God, fill me. We didn't move on to like a new word, new section. We're still in the same section of the song, but we waited until we wanted to kick in the build to lead us to the all-in groove when we wanted to. So that's a good thing. That's flexible space when you don't lock in the groove. To me, in my mind, that's layers 2 and 3 and 1. And then kick it in is another phrase we'll use in the talk back, and that means build. Kick in the build. So that's that moment. 1, 2, 3. That's when it's kicked in. And you really have 3 places. I think you can go to 3 places from that. From this right here, we could go. And it can be like a fake out to where everybody drops out, or diamond. The most common place though is that we're going to be all in. So we'll also use that phrase all in. So that's important. Flexible. These layers are flexible. We want to take our time and be patient. This, when we kick in the build, that means we're headed to one of these places, most likely level 4 all in. So this is something to be aware of as we're talking to one another and as we repeat things. And this is what makes arrangements, and when we make songs longer, this is what really helps give the song, musically speaking, this is what gives the song life. So there you go, dynamics.